Hi, my angels. Welcome to a Reiki session for self-love. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of a soft-spoken poetry reading, just a short one, and then we'll go ahead and get into the Reiki. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Kimia. I'm a writer, Reiki master practitioner, and intuitive. And I'm also a poet, and I like to share some of my writing when it fits with the topic that I'll be sharing about. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. To remind myself to slow down sometimes. I started my ASMR journey of watching ASMR, that is, with watching the really fast tapping and fast clicking sounds and just all the intensely stimulating ASMR. So it took me a little while to realize that I actually prefer slower movements and more subtle movements if they're intentionally done. Maybe it's something about it having some sort of ASMR immunity to tingles once you have had your fill, have had enough of watching the kind of more fast and more intensely stimulating triggers. And now my brain wants softer and slower. So I want to create that for you. I've just got to remind myself to slow down. I'm in Aries, I can't help it. So we'll go ahead and read the poem, and then we can get started on the Reiki. So I wrote this to my inner teen. You know, they say a lot about inner child healing, but I think what I have needed most in my spiritual journey is a whole lot of inner teen healing. Specifically the years, well, I was going to say 15 to 17, which is true, but honestly, 12 to 17. I think hell hath no fury like a teenage girl. What movie was that from? I think there was a similar quote in, it was that Megan Fox film that was criminally underrated when it came out. Okay, I'll just read this now. There will come a time when you find a way to make it all mean something. The pain and hurt and despair. You don't believe it now, but you will. You can do the hard things. You can do them alone or with others. But mostly you should know that you don't need anyone to do the things you want to do. The things you can scarcely believe are even possible. You didn't need him or him or him. Trust me. You'll always feel this way about the moon. And life will become so much more magical when you start living in a way that's more attuned to her and to your own phases and cycles too. You don't have to pretend to be strong. You are. Learn to be softer instead, toward yourself first. I know there are times when you would do just about anything to get out of your own head. The thing you won't believe is the way to do this. It isn't through anything outside of you, but in coming back, coming home to your body instead. You aren't imagining it. There are unseen forces out there. higher powers that looked out for you, that protected you, that have always little confirmation from spirit, that have always been guiding you, like my crow spirit animal. And finally, I love you. Don't believe me? I do. And one day you will too. So we'll just get started with a little bit of cleansing as usual. I like to store my selenite in its original, I think it's cellophane wrapping paper, just to keep it safe. I love crows. They're so smart. So we'll start by cleansing your aura. Reminding myself to go slowly. Just taking some deep and restorative breaths with me. Just gonna go ahead and use a little of this aromatherapy spray, lavender and eucalyptus. Keep breathing. Ensuring that your exhales are longer than your inhales. Just flew by overhead. Really wanted to make its message heard today. And you all will have to let me know which of these is your favorite triggers, or which triggers you want to see more of from me. I am happy to oblige. I do like this one. Tickles my brain. So I'm going to use some amethyst to draw some Reiki symbols and help really bring you into a state of ultimate relaxation and calm. remembering how worthy you are, how talented, how beautiful on so many levels, in so many ways, outside of just your physical appearance. But hey, you look damn good as well. That sparkle in your eye, it's really special, you know that? So really feeling this calming energy coming your way. Really allowing yourself to sink in to your body, into the session, into the sensations that arise, whatever they may be. Any thoughts are welcome as well. Negative or positive, just allowing them to come up and then fall away, dissolve into nothingness, resting in this space of utter and immense peace. Really just fluffing up your aura here, imbuing it with all of the powerfully rejuvenating and restorative majesty of this amethyst and of this beautiful, powerful healing energy that is coming your way. Reiki will always go exactly where it needs to go, as long as you consent to receiving it. Go ahead and use some smoky quartz crystal. To further amplify the effects of the amethyst. And brushing away any of those thoughts that are getting stuck or caught. Pluck some out as well. Okay, a little bit more. Got a few stuck in there, so I'm just gonna remember to breathe while I do this. It might feel uncomfortable, but we're almost there. Taking these all out. And sending them back into the holy Reiki fire to be cleansed and purified and return to source. bit lighter? Good. Remembering to breathe. Remembering how loved you are. Really hard on yourself. I know how that feels because I can be sometimes too. It's something that I am moving through and working on releasing for myself too. It gets easier when you start practicing it, and remember that it is a practice. Self-love is a practice. So even if you're not yet where you want to be, the fact that you're here, that you know that you need more self-love in your life, self-awareness is key. And that is a much bigger step than maybe you're giving yourself credit for. Remembering that there is no one else like you. You are a powerfully divine being, and your soul chose to be here at exactly this time in human history, which is pretty freaking unreal when you think about it. And I think the fact that you want to love yourself more is really beautiful, because you deserve to love yourself more. Let's see. I can go ahead and... Ooh, okay. I have so many goodies in here. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do actually? I got something in my pocket. Some tiger's eye crystal. As a female identifying person, as a woman, I love having pockets in my clothing. An inordinate amount. I just get really excited by pockets. And my overalls have so many pockets. So naturally I had to put some crystals in my pockets. So just going to lock in this calming, loving energy with the courage and protection represented by this tiger's eye. The energy of courage. Send you off with a little brain massage. I love these, so I love to give them as well. Whenever I'm filming in public, I always wonder what people are thinking when they see me doing this. What kind of witchcraft is that? It's Reiki, my loves. I'm just going to do one final blast of Reiki support. I just have all kinds of goodies over here. And I will close this one off with my black obsidian. This is a potent stone for protection and for negative energy removal. You can give your negative energy to this beautiful rock, to this beautiful crystal. So give all your negative energy to this black obsidian. Any lingering negative thoughts about yourself, whether it's about your appearance, about some other trait that you may have, something that you're disappointed with yourself about, any lingering heartbreak or lack of self-trust or self-love or self-compassion, give it to the rock. And remember to breathe while you're doing it. Whew, sorry. That was needed. Sending those all back to source. And sending you on your way, either to dreamland or to the rest of your day, hopefully in a much more serene state now. And yeah, sending so much love and deep belly breaths and gratitude your way. And I will see you for the next one.